Kurve Therapeutics' mission is to tackle neurodegenerative diseases that up until now really are completely unmet need. The work that we've done in nose-to-brain drug delivery can really make that a thing of the past, and we're in the process of pursuing that, and we've come a long way. What we want to be able to do is tell an Alzheimer's patient, there is hope. Your Parkinson's has opportunities for you to live a good quality of life. So that's what we're shooting for, and we've been involved in 22 nose-to-brain clinical trials, all for different things. We're delivering a myriad amount of compounds and formulations in order to address these needs, and we've been successful across the board so far, and we want to continue to do so. We're only one clinical trial away from being able to commercialize for Alzheimer's, and we're looking for the support of people who can help us get through that so that we can run the final clinical phase 3 trial and get it on the market so that the people that have been diagnosed can have some relief. Whatever medications address these issues are temporary. They work for 3 to 6 months and then progression continues. And it's very devastating news to a family to get a neurodegenerative disease and be told that there's really nothing that can be done for you. Technology behind Kurve Therapeutics was essentially tackling a condition that I suffer from. So initially it was just to do chronic sinusitis. I've had 5 sinus surgeries over the course of my lifetime, and we're pretty much done with what a surgery could do for me. So when I was in my doctor's office, he was explaining that this is how things work. Drugs never get to where your problem is. And it was an eye-opener for me because no one had ever told me that before. I just thought the drugs didn't work. And his message was very clear. The drugs are fine. The delivery is what's terrible. And I said, well, that sounds more like a physics problem than a chemistry problem. And it's not really a biology problem either. So I was just setting out to improve my own quality of life. And what we're trying to do is get the drugs to places in the nasal cavity where they would never get. In addition to that, your paranasal sinuses branch off your nasal cavity. And we've been told 3 times that, no, you're never going to do that. This is anatomically impossible. There's no way to get drugs there. There's no way to get the compounds in the sites that are actually causing you problems. And once again, it's a biologist telling you that there's too many obstacles to getting things there, but it's not a biology problem. It's a physics problem. The importance of bypassing the blood-brain barrier is it's a safety feature for your brain. In layman's terms, it keeps out exopathogens from getting into the brain. So all the things that you don't want to get in, it does a really good job of keeping it out. It also keeps out the medications you actually want to get in. So what we're going to do is we're going to go underneath that barrier and have direct access through the olfactory bulb and the cribriform plate inside your head so that it has direct access to the brain. So what we've learned how to do is put the drug into the brain and then move it. So there's really not going to be a problem with if the brain tumor is at the back of your brain. We're going to put it into your brain, then we're going to move it so it drops right on top of that tumor. So what it gives us is tremendous dose flexibility in the ability to get more of the drug into the brain while having a much lower dose, and then we can incrementally move it up depending on how the patient reacts. It's a progressive disease. Time is not any patient's friend right now. We need to make sure we move as quickly as possible. We are one clinical trial from being market ready. If you have a family member who has this, and we've not met anyone yet who doesn't either have a family member or has an acquaintance who has something like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's or some sort of dementia or mild cognitive impairment. So if you have that, a modest investment in Kurve to help us get to the end game is something that we're hoping people are going to be willing to do. This is a very personal appeal. My own father had 5 sisters. They all died of Alzheimer's. He was diagnosed with it at 72. 9 months into his treatment with our technology, he was considered asymptomatic. He did not die of Alzheimer's, and his doctor was at Johns Hopkins, and after 9 months said, I would no longer diagnose you as an Alzheimer's patient. He ended up passing away of a heart attack, but he didn't die of Alzheimer's like his 5 sisters did. That's the story we want everybody to tell. Everybody should have that kind of story. If we can get people to join us in this quest, we can do great things, and there's no solution out there. We would like to provide one, and we need your help to do that. You could go to kurvetx.com and there will be an Invest Now button and you'll be able to participate that way. But if you have any further questions or want clarifications, contact our office and somebody on our science team or on our business development team will be happy to answer them.